Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, my name is Nkosi. Okay guys, wait, before I do this little video, I want to tell you about my earrings. So guys, these earrings, I sell them. I will link down a Instagram business page of mine in the description box below. I'll link the link to the business page, so you'll be able to contact me and tell me which styles do you want or do you like. Yeah, okay. So today I'm going to be talking about like things I wish I knew before I went to student accommodation, which is the school residence, aka res. Yeah. So I think the first thing is that, okay, let's first talk about, if you come here, what you should look out for, what is available to you and everything. Okay, since I am studying in the Vaal University of Technology, we have school res, yes, res, and then we have the outside accommodation, which is the private accommodation. But here I haven't seen flats or apartments like most UJ students in the Johannesburg they would have. Yeah, I haven't seen such apartments here. Okay, so for me, which one do I prefer? Do I prefer to stay in the residence or do I prefer to stay in the student accommodation? To be honest, I prefer to stay in the student accommodation, which is the private accommodation. Okay, but for a first year student, I would suggest or advise that you go to res. My parents, they wanted me to stay in the res, which is under school, because most NSFAS or bursary or scholarship, they pay for residence or school res. They pay full price for that. So, and another thing that I would say is that like most of the residents, they are safe because they have security. So if you stay in the private accommodation, I would say what is needed of you, it's more like ukashile, or you are renting there, because you have to pay every month. And if you get a bursary that pays for the student accommodation, yeah, that pays for the student accommodation, it usually pays the money maybe second semester or maybe towards the year end. So if you are from a home where they can afford that to pay for you every month, you can just go straight to the student accommodation. But if you are like me and you're from a home where we cannot afford that much, just go to res. Whatever funding that you are receiving for your tuition fees and for your everything that you are studying, it will pay for you. Yes. So what I wish I knew before going to res is that like I wish I knew that I would have a roommate. That's the first thing. I would have a roommate. I thought maybe I was gonna have my own. I didn't know at all. So I thought I was gonna have my own place. So the first thing is that you're going to have a roommate, and after having roommates, you're still going to have housemates. It's the same as private accommodation. You still receive the same thing, roommates, and you still receive a roommates and housemates. But what's the difference between student accommodation and res is that when you go to res, when you are a first year, you are not eligible to get a single room. You need to get a room where you will be sharing because you are still a first year. So for you to be eligible to get a single room, you either have to be a second year in your second semester, or you need to be a third year. That's when you qualify to get a single room. But if you go to student accommodation, you do not need any requirements. Even if you are first year, you can get a single room in a private accommodation because you are paying. It's yours paying there. I get you pay every month. Your parents are paying every month, so it's up to you. When you go to the landlord, you're like, hey, na ke batla single, you know, I give at least sharing and what. But if you want to share and you have a friend that you love so much that you are like, friend, let's share, and then you can share the room, you know. So let's get back to rest. So when you're at rest, the things that you will have a housemate, right? So when you have a housemate, you may have a good housemate and you might have a bad housemate. Okay, so now I had to experience both, because I had the best housemate on my first year, because I didn't had any funding, but like she was there and she was able to help in everything, you know. Yeah, she was the best, to be honest. And then on my second year, I had this other housemate. She was not the best, I wouldn't lie. She was the worst. Even if her friends or you are watching this video, girl, you were the worst housemate ever for me, because I never had peace along with your housemates, along with your friends who were our housemates. I never had peace. You were the worst. Okay, I didn't enjoy it, Tinji. It was never nice. It was not nice. And Nji, let me even not get to that point. So if you know yourself, Hori, you are that type of a person who's like me, who cannot stay with people, you know. I grew up alone. I never had siblings, so I do not know how to live with people or share with people. So I struggled, Dingy, a lot. So another thing that I wished I knew is that when it comes to grocery, you will have people who will want to share grocery with you. It might work well with you or it might not work well with you. And I do not advise people to share their grocery. It's not safe, because sometimes you will share with someone who will not contribute much on the grocery, and maybe they are not contributing much, but they eat a lot, you know. And Luena, maybe you wouldn't be feeling okay, or this person man udla kakhulu maranje I contribute, and these things, they lead to arguments. So when it comes to grocery, do not share your grocery. So that was me. I was like, I'm not gonna share my grocery with anyone. So another thing that I wish I knew is that like most of the residents, they would have a house committee, more like a class rep, but we call them the house committee, because they are there to take your complaints, they are there to help you, they are there to if you're struggling with Wi-Fi, you go to complain to them. I wish I knew that when I have complaints and I'm struggling with my roommate, you can go and complain to the rest manager. You can go to complain to that guy. Most of the time it's guys, the ones that you find where you go to. I don't know, the way we do things here, there's a department in the school where they help with res. So these people, taboma res manager. In every res, there will be a res manager for the res, staying in the res with you guys. So if you have a problem with your roommates and you tried taking it out with your roommates and it's not working, you can go to those people, or you can go to the house committee people who are students, but they are usually on their last year or second year. Yeah, you don't need to struggle as a first year in res, guys. You do not need to struggle. Another thing that I wish I knew is that when it comes to res, you will find a roommate who's not neat, you know, maybe who's clumsy, maybe they do not shower the way you shower, maybe they do not clean the way you clean. I had that problem. I had a roommate who never cleaned the room. Every weekend every day. So you will find such people. So it's either you just need to learn to communicate with them and be like, hey, can you clean? because I cleaned last week, you know. So another thing, you need to learn to communicate, because if you don't communicate, uzonya. Resitlonyisa, that was me. Now I never knew how to communicate with people. So nekenya strong sham. Yeah. So people they were here on me. Bebangibelala ikhanda. You know, so such things nje, it's part of rest ke drama. So I'm just, guys, telling you with my experience. But like sometimes if you know yourself for a umutu or sharp, you know, and you know how you know how to live with people, you can go and stay at rest. Don't stress yourself for now you want your parents to pay for my private. No, just go to rest and stay at rest for 2 years, and then on your 3rd year you go to single, and then there you do not have a housemate, you know. You do not have any housemate, but at the same time you can go and stay in the private accommodation. Yes. So another thing that I wish I knew, you won't only have a roommate who's not neat, but you will also have housemates that are not neat, and then the ladies who clean, they will blame everyone in the house. They wouldn't even look for whoever did the mess in the kitchen. They will just blame it on everyone, you know. But like some races, you'll find that the ladies who clean, sometimes it's their fault. They do not clean the way they're supposed to clean, you know. So sometimes you'll find that it's you students, one of you in the house is not doing the right things, you know, that are supposed to be done when you're done cooking. Why are you not cleaning up after yourself? Why are you not wiping the stove? Why are you not wiping the sink after washing your dishes? You know, why are you leaving your dishes in the sink? Because you're not staying alone in this house, you're staying with people. So clean up after yourself. So guys, I hope this video was very helpful. If you are looking for a rest, or you're planning on coming to stay in rest, I hope this is helpful, and please do not be discouraged about this video. If you know that like rest is the only option for you, go for it. There's safety, even if like you have all this drama and what at the end of the day, just like me, when you look back at them, you just laugh at things. You're like, oh, I had problems like this with this person, and yet. So guys, yeah, do not be discouraged. If you want to come and stay in rest, come and stay in rest, guys.